This is one of the best Xbox controllers I've ever used. This right here, you might be thinking, this looks rather familiar. Isn't this the Victrix Pro BFG, the one for PlayStation? Well, no, this is the Xbox version, and it's got a leg up on that PlayStation version because it has a lot of other things that makes it that much better. We're going to talk about why you definitely need to get this and so much more in this review of the Victrix Pro BFG for Xbox. And before we dive further into it, I gotta let you guys know I was sent this in this white and black variation by Victrix. No, they're not saying this for you guys, but I just want to let you guys know. They send it over to me and they say, hey, we got this new controller. Would you like to review it and check it out and, give some feedback, do some content on it? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So they sent it over. And yeah, this is my thoughts on it. Oh, and if you want to save some money on the Victrix Pro BFG for Xbox, come a little closer. Use code MEKELKASANOVA at checkout on Victrix's website. Link will be down in the description below, and you can save yourself 10% off of your total purchase. So make sure you use code MEKELKASANOVA and get yourself a bit of a discount on this. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. The Victrix Pro BFG emerges as a professional-grade controller compatible with the Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC, akin to the PlayStation 5's Pro BFG version from 2023. No game was beyond this capability thanks to the arsenal of enhancements, including an alternative D-pad, a heightened joystick, and a FightPad add-on with 6 front buttons, guaranteeing a competitive edge in any scenario with a price tag of $179.99 at the time of this recording. It stands out as more affordable than many Xbox controllers, particularly the Elite Series 2, while still providing exceptional performance and extensive customization options not commonly offered by Xbox, SCUF, or even Thrustmaster, establishing it as a leading choice in the market for controllers. Now, discussing its design proves challenging due to its adaptable nature, presenting as a versatile platform in black and white colors. So one other thing I want to mention is the 6-button FightPad add-on. This uses micro switches, so really there's no latency. So to break that down further, when you use a typical controller, it has to depress for it to actuate so you can get a response for your character on screen. But in fighting games, that's not something you want. You want that immediate response. And so this right here actuates the moment you press it. If I were to compare it to anything, then it would be none other than the Victrix Pro FS. This right here has immediate actuation, so there's no input latency. So if you're trying to pull off combos in Tekken, Guilty Gear, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, King of Fighters, Killer Instinct, or whatever fighting game you're playing, this right here is going to actuate immediately and is a game changer. Believe that. And for those of you who are curious whether or not you can use KontrolFreeks performance sticks on the Victrix Pro BFG, well, yeah, as you can clearly see, you can use these on your Pro BFG for Xbox. They also work on the PlayStation variation. And yeah, if you want to get them, head on over to KontrolFreek.com and use code MEKELKASANOVA to get yourself a bit of a discount off of any of these. So yeah, that's a little bit of a plug. Let's get back to talking about the Victrix Pro BFG. All right, so I want to take a bit of a moment to talk about something a lot of you are very curious about, and it's, does this controller have Halleffects sensors in it? The answer is yes and no, but yes. Okay, so let's start with the yes. It has what I consider to be an incredibly standout feature, being the Halleffects triggers, which guarantee you won't be wearing out the back triggers of your controller and will give you a massive increase in accuracy, unlike any other controller, for when you squeeze to pop off that headshot for the game-winning shot, or if you're playing a racing title and are closing in on the finish line. Halleffects triggers are vastly underrated and deserve to be praised more, and should be situated more as a standard in modern controllers. And I applaud Victrix for incorporating that in this variation of the Victrix Pro BFG line of controllers. Now here's where we talk about the no, and you're probably wondering if this has Halleffects sticks. The answer is going to be no for right now when you purchase it. However, later in 2024, you will be able to buy modules directly from Victrix that allow you to, use your screwdriver, pop them off, and put in Halleffect triggers. Now I know they probably should have shipped with it, but I'm not in these marketing meetings, and I'm just letting you guys know what has been told to me, and it's that it's coming down the road. So definitely be on the lookout for that. But as it is right now, you just got your standard potentiometer sticks and whatnot. So keep that in mind, right? Now, I do want to say that the fact that you can purchase these Halleffects sticks later on makes this alone a massive advantage that this has over other Pro Xbox controllers on the market and in general controllers as a whole. And honestly, I don't know what the pricing will be for the modules, but given the reasonable pricing that Victrix has for all of its accessories, I wouldn't worry too much about it. And I'm actively looking forward to when they release, as being able to hot swap in and out Halleffect modules for his controller sets it apart from the competition. So with that out of the way, let's talk the connectivity options that you have with the Victrix Pro BFG for Xbox, because you not only have the wireless dongle, which is a 2.4 gigahertz wireless dongle, but you also can use this wired directly into your Xbox or your computer, as well as being able to use this with Bluetooth functionality to Bluetooth it to your favorite devices. That alone sets this apart from any other third-party controller that's a wireless controller for Xbox, and this also separates this from the Victrix Pro BFG for the PlayStation. So if you thought, oh, this is just the same exact thing as a PlayStation variation, think again, because it's not. That alone, I think, separates it in a massive way. Okay, so as you guys can see, the Victrix Pro BFG dongle is here in my Xbox, which is down here. I got the Halo edition. And here is the controller. So I want to show you guys how you can turn it on. You just press and hold this. As you can see. It turns it on. Pretty cool, huh? And also, I want to talk about the build quality a little bit. I know the PlayStation version of the Victrix Pro BFG felt very plasticky, and this also feels plasticky, but it feels very sturdy. I would say the build quality is very close to an official Xbox controller, and I like the palm rest that it has here because, man, when you're in those long gaming sessions, you don't ever want to feel like your hand's going to slip and grip, So with this, having the palm rest and then the finger rest, everything just feels good. Like it never feels like it's going to just fly out of my hand. So if you're worried about that, stop worrying about it. It's okay. They got you covered. Victrix is taking care of you. The other thing I want to talk about is it has an expansive case. You'll find a 3-meter braided cable and a dongle. A significant design feature is the non-removable small screws that secure each module, eliminating the worry of losing them and needing to purchase a replacement controller. The Bluetooth functionality broadens its utility across Xbox, PC, mobile phones, and tablets, highlighting its universal application. On the controller's rear, there are 4 programmable back buttons that supports customization enriched with triggers, which are great for competitive play. The front houses a function button that, when used in conjunction with the D-pad, adjusts game value, and when pressed twice, mutes the microphone, among other audio profile adjustments, illustrating the controller's rich feature set. The back buttons are a highlight, offering functionality and comfort with improved accessibility and ergonomics, providing a significant advantage in competitive shooters by allowing uninterrupted thumbstick control. My personal testing of the Victrix Pro BFG across various titles has left me thoroughly impressed, particularly for games where a competitive edge is crucial. While I've engaged in more customization than the average user might have, the controller's design, tactile feedback, and rear buttons have consistently delivered comfort and performance. Its main drawback is honestly the battery life, and even with that, it's kind of not that big of a drawback, but the average battery life on this controller is about 7 to 10 hours on average, give or take. I think for most people, a gaming session is going to last anywhere from 1 to 3 hours. But if you're a streamer who's doing like marathon streams or you're doing speed runs back to back, it might present a problem there for you. But for everyone else, I think you're going to be perfectly fine with this. The controller's weight is comparable to a standard Xbox controller, although I'd say it's probably going to be a little bit less than the Elite Series 2 controller, but the Elite Series Core controller, as well as the basic Xbox controller, I'm going to say it's about the same, if not a little bit lighter. I think this is a little heavier than this is, but for all intents and purposes, if you're used to this, you're going to love this, as it feels just as good, if not better, than this does. One of the other unique features I want to talk about when it comes to this controller is the fact that it has low latency audio and Dolby Atmos support. It also comes with a lifetime subscription to Dolby Atmos, so that, you know, if you want to use this with something, say like the Victrix headset here, you want to just prop this on your head and then plug this into your controller at the bottom port right here. And then next thing you know, you're going to be able to play your game with that Dolby Atmos support. You're going to be hearing every explosion, every revving of your engine, every little footstep. You're going to be hearing everything. It's going to be crystal clear quality. And yeah, if you haven't got some Victrix headsets, go pick them up. I've done reviews on them. I'll leave some affiliate links down below. But yeah, that's one heck of a combo. I mean, you get in this controller, you get the Atmos support, man. Low latency audio, and that's something you really don't get from wireless controllers. So Victrix is ahead of the curve with that, and I love that. One last feature that I want to talk about that this controller has that the PlayStation variation doesn't, and what ultimately sets it apart from that, aside from the Dolby Atmos support, is the fact that this controller has rumble functionality built into it. It's got rumble motors in it. So if you want the rumble feedback, whether you're playing, you know, racing games and you're going to be feeling the acceleration as you rev your engine to go faster, or you're popping off headshots and you want to feel the vibration feedback from shooting the guns, or just, you know, you playing something like a fighting game and you want to hear every crunch of every hit. This right here allows you to feel it, and it feels really good. And I actually think it feels better than the official Xbox controllers rumble motors, but it's my personal opinion. I think it's really cool that it has it, and it sets it apart from other third-party controllers because it's the only one that does have that functionality. So yeah, another win for this controller. So last thing I want to say about this controller that I'm not sure if anyone else is going to talk about it in their reviews, so I'm just going to say it right here, is the fact that this is so easy to use. Like, you literally just take your dongle, you plug it into your Xbox or you plug it into your PC, you press and hold the Xbox button, and then it starts powering on, and that's it. You can just start gaming right then and there. That right there is so cool. Literally plug and play, nothing else you need to do with it. It's that simple. So in wrapping everything up, the Victrix Pro BFG is the ultimate controller for diverse gaming needs, offering unparalleled performance and versatility. Its modular design and array of features stand out, with the programmable rear buttons providing both comfort and utility. As an Xbox and PC controller, it's a top recommendation. Its adaptability to adapt to FPS, platformer, and fighting games and more, it goes above and beyond in eliminating the need for genre-specific controllers, affirming its position as the definitive choice for gamers seeking a versatile, high-quality controller across multiple platforms. The Victrix Pro BFG wireless controller for Xbox is unrivaled, making it my preferred choice for every gaming requirement, and it's a testament to its superiority within the PDP Victrix Pro BFG lineup. And that's it. That's the review for the Victrix Pro BFG controller for Xbox. Again, I want to give a special thank you to Victrix for sending this over to me for a review. And I want to know what you guys think about this controller. Is this something you're considering picking up? Are you on the market for a new controller and you're just wondering, hey, do I get the, you know, whatever the competitors are, or do I get the Victrix controller? Why don't you let me know in the comment section down below? And if you want to pick these up, I'll leave affiliate links for them down in the description, as well as like pinning it to this YouTube video. That way you can, you know, go and pick it up and just start getting into the game. All that being said, I want to thank you again for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it, please make sure you like the video, sub to the channel if you haven't already, and share the video around because somebody might need this. But all that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe, be blessed, have aloha, and I'll see you on the next one. Aloha and ahui ho. So yeah, this is me using the controller. As you guys can see, I'm actually operating it in case there's anyone who wants to question that. Nope, it works. As you can see, controlling it right now. Great controller.